For the duration of the festival, I've ensconced myself here in the herb garden. It's nice and quiet, and I'll be able to talk to a few artists. And for those who are a bit more rowdy, we'll be out on the stump over there by the weir, very picturesque. In the meantime, I'm going to throw now, as they say in these kind of programs, to the Oysterband.
This is the voice, this is the sound that makes me shout out. This is the voice, this is the sound that makes me shout out loud.
This is the voice that speaks to me. This is the mill town where he spent his life. And from a distance we can see it still, 100 streams that meet in rainbow light. Though the voice is wearing thin, I still hear it rise and fall, cutting clear through the din to turn my world around. This is the voice that shakes me, this is the sound that breaks me, this is the truth that makes me shout out. This is the voice that shakes me, this is the sound that breaks me, this is the truth that makes me stand up. This is the voice that shakes me, this is the sound that breaks me, this is the truth that makes me shout out loud. These are the places where he played. This is the corner where they gathered round. And though his eyes were closed, he'd see his people dancing to the tunes he made. Though the music's growing dim, I still hear it rise and fall, cutting clear through the din to turn my world around. This is the voice that shakes me, this is the sound that breaks me, this is the truth that makes me shout out. This is the voice that shakes me, this is the sound that breaks me, this is the truth that makes me stand up. This is the voice that shakes me, this is the sound that breaks me, this is the truth that makes me shout out loud. You ask me why we celebrate when nothing has been won. We take our guys, we make them great, that's all we've ever done. This is the voice, this is the sound that makes me shout out. This is the voice, this is the sound that makes me stand up. This is the voice, this is the sound that makes me shout out. This is the voice, this is the sound that makes me stand up. Shout!
the stump here now, and I'm joined by John Jones, who's the melodeon player, and Ian Telfer, who's the fiddle player with the Oysterband. And we're going to talk about the folk roots revival of the early 80s, in which the Oysterband played a very, very important part. Because you were in the scene already, weren't you? I mean, there are people like myself who are kind of co-opted into the scene, but you are of the tradition, aren't you, really?
We were at the folk roots party the other night, and Simon Emerson of Afro Celts was heard to just say, "Who are the Oysterband?" He says they were the first. I never thought of myself as being like the first of anything. You know what I mean? But I mean,
well, we were in the sense that you were kind of like playing a more electrical style, and you were using contemporary songs instead of sort of just coming out of the tradition.
Well, we played traditional music acoustically, and then you came along, and the Pogues came along, and either we stayed doing that and stagnated, or we moved, and we moved.
Yeah.
People think of folk music as if it's one form, one content, and it's not at all.
No.
It's like a whole tissue of centuries and centuries of stuff laid down on top of each other, and you can fish out bits of 18th century hanging broadsides and political ballads and all sorts of nonsense, and other things are sweet rustic love songs.
In Canterbury, when we first got into this, when he was down there and Alan was, after the punk thing, and Russell, our first drummer, was, I mean, one of the main things was like punk had its day, was to discover a new underground. And the Riddly Diddly was it. It was
because
it.
It was
That's
real.
what we did.
Because it was real.
It was real, and you could invent songs pretty
and
quickly
now,
with
here
it.
we are at the end of the 20th century, and in folk music, we undoubtedly have the best tattoos. Look at these tats. Show me your tats, man. Look at this. How many American heavy metal bands have got a tattooed calf like that? Look at that.
They have.
You know, they might have a gilded calf, but not a tattooed calf. This is Billy Bragg on the stump.